As we know, Christopher Lunsford, aka Oliver Anthony, has been very outspoken when it comes to his opinion of any sort of crooked establishment from the top in the nation's politics, whether it be within his music or off the stage. And in a brand new interview with Billboard, Oliver Anthony held nothing back as he condemned politicians who are corporate owned. Just before we get to Anthony's latest remarks, here is a quick recap of events to help set up his newest remarks he made to Billboard. So let's get into it. Not only was Richmond north of Richmond played, but it was also used as a topic of discussion during the GOP presidential debate back in August. And shortly after that debate, Oliver Anthony turned to his YouTube channel where he shared this video that we have for you right here, where he expressed that it was frustrating to have folks and media trying to identify his music with one political party or another, and that it was funny to see his song used in the debate because Richmond north of Richmond was actually about those who were representing the nation on stage that night. Here is the clip from Oliver Anthony. Take a look.
The one thing that has bothered me is seeing people wrap politics up into this. I'm disappointed to see, like, it's aggravating seeing people on conservative news try to identify with me like I'm one of them. It's aggravating seeing certain musicians and politicians act like we're buddies and act like we're fighting the same struggle here, like that we're trying to present the same message. You know, like, it was funny seeing my song in the, it was funny seeing it at the presidential debate, because it's like, I wrote that song about those people, you know? So for them to have to sit there and listen to that, that cracks me up. But it was funny kind of seeing the response to it. Like, that song has nothing to do with Joe Biden, you know? It's a lot bigger than Joe Biden. That song's written about the people on that stage, and a lot more too, not just them, but definitely them.
So now, as mentioned, Oliver Anthony was asked about this incident by Billboard in a new interview where he has clarified those previous comments from the YouTube video that he posted and slammed politicians backed by corporate. Oliver told Billboard, "I don't have anything against conservatives. I think there's a big difference in today's time between a conservative and a Republican. If you look at what conservative values are, by definition, I would say none of those candidates, maybe one of them, represents anything close to what a conservative is. When I knock those people, then the immediate attack that came back after me was like, oh, he's against conservatives. But most conservatives I know, at least in Virginia, would never vote for anybody that was up on that stage." He continues and adds, "It's funny, if I got any backlash at all from that statement, it was people misquoting me, trying to make it seem like I was against conservatives or somehow for, like, Joe Biden. What I'm against is corporate-owned politicians. The whole idea of us having a government and electing representatives is so they can represent us, because we obviously can't all go to DC at one time and have our voice heard. And what's happened is like 90% of those quote-unquote representatives no longer represent us. They're all bought out by whatever big corporation, and they're given stocks and given benefits, and they're all filthy rich. And they do what they say, not what we say. It's not a right or left issue. It's more of a class versus corporate issue." And as he has been, Oliver Anthony is sticking to his down-the-middle aisle, common-sense approach when it comes to politics, social, and economic issues within the U.S. We, of course, guys, would love to hear y'all's thoughts on his comments down below. Please make sure to leave them down below in the comments. But as always, thank y'all for tuning in here at CountryCast. That will be all for today's video.